Hi everyone, so welcome to today's video. I am sharing with you guys my routine for doing my makeup when I am going to run a few errands. Someone had recently asked in the comment section to my latest video that I've posted to do a mommy look, and this is exactly what I would do pretty much on a regular basis if I was going to wear makeup every single day. This is what I would do. It's going to be super easy, very basic, like super basic, and I'm just being real with you guys. I have not even dried my hair. I got out of the shower earlier this morning and I had a little mishap. I scratched myself while combing my hair. But I put my hair back because usually what I do is when I wash my hair, I just let it air dry. Unless I am going to be filming, then I'll take the time to kind of blow dry it. But just being honest with you guys, this is what I do day to day. I'm going out today to get some fresh greens for my rabbit and some hay. So I don't really want to put a lot of makeup on. So I have my skincare done. I'm kind of nursing this little wound here. I scratched myself pretty bad. Like, yeah, that was not good. I need to cut these nails. Okay, so I am going to be using the Bare Minerals, and the reason why I laugh about it is because I've shared this with you guys in a couple different videos that I've posted lately, but just being real, this is what I've been doing. And I don't really do any like primers or anything like that. Sometimes I do the Prime Time. I've also been using the Clinique Moisture Surge, this little mini that I picked up as a priming step. But today I'm going to skip it. Why? Because I really don't feel like doing that. So I'm going to just go ahead and apply the foundation. But quickly I'm going to just comb through my brows. Now I'm going to give you some tips throughout this video if you are pressed for time in the morning or you just want to look polished without looking like you're wearing a lot of makeup. I would suggest sort of figuring out what features do you like. Like for me, if I'm going to do the no makeup look, I've got to do something with these brows because I've got some areas that are kind of sparse, missing some hairs. One is a little bit thicker than the other, and they're really, really thin. Even though there's a lot of color to them, like the natural pigment of the hair, it needs to, something needs to happen to these brows. They need a little bit of help, a little bit of a push. So I know that's something that I'm going to work on. And just kind of evening out my cheeks because that's where I have some hyperpigmentation, some marks left behind from some breakouts at the beginning of the year. So that's sort of where I take this in that direction of just picking what I want to highlight. For example, if I want my brows to be done, then I'll start with that first and then just quickly run through everything else so that I'm not spending too much time in any one particular area of my makeup, like spending too much time with my minerals or my foundation, and then I realize I have to leave and I don't have time to do anything else. You know what I mean? So just, if you like the brows, start with that. If you like to put lashes on, put your strips on. And if you're a lash and concealer type of gal or guy, just put the lashes on, put the concealer on, and be done. So starting off with the Bare Minerals, I didn't wipe it. Look how disgusting and dirty this is. Like I could have, but I didn't because this is the reality of it. I just take just a tiny bit of this into the cap, as I've said before, and I've showed this before. Use the Eco Tools Define Brush, and I'm going to start on my left side. I don't want to really mess with that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just kind of lightly dust this into my cheeks. As you can see, the camera may be picking up a little bit of some discoloration here, which is from breakouts, and that's kind of what I want to sort of even out. I don't really care if you can still see it. I could care less. Like I have other things to worry about. I'm not trying to have like this perfected, like flawless canvas. It's not real. It's not real skin to me. So I'm just going to kind of work a little bit of this through that, and it just sort of tones that down just a little bit, just enough where it's there, but it's not like in your face, if that makes sense. And I'm going to just, I don't want to go over that stuff. So I'm going to work around this. Oh, man. I'm going to have to go over it. It's just kind of, I'm not really going to mess with that too much. Okay. So now that I have a little bit through the cheeks, just to kind of even everything out, I'll take just a tiny bit more and just kind of quickly run it through my T-zone. And I'm also going to take some on my eyelids because I'm not going to do anything with the eyes today. So that's kind of like another thing. Like if you're not going to do anything over the eyes, if you use foundation, just take a little bit and just kind of go over the lids just to even everything out. All right, so I need to do a little bit of concealer because I do have just a little bit of dark circles. Sometimes in some lights it looks a little bit more than it actually is, like in daylight. So what I'm going to do is just go straight in with the same foundation that I used on my cheeks. I'm going to use a crease style brush, and I'm going to swirl my brush into the cap, tap it off, and I'm just going to go right in this inner part here where I have the darkest discoloration, and just kind of go over my lids. Now this is not going to be like a full coverage or anything like that. You still see a lot of my imperfections, but the whole point is this is what I would do if I was running errands, going to the grocery store. I even wear this when I go out with my husband to do dinner, go out to spend time as a family. This is just what I do because I'd rather just focus more on keeping my skin pretty clear and healthy than focusing on putting on tons of layers of makeup. And this actually does work really well, like this minerals for the under eye area. I've never done just powder as my concealer. It's always been like a concealer like product, and then I set it with a powder, which I'm thinking about doing like my favorite setting powders. I actually may film that today. So I'm going to comb through my brows again. Like I said, for me, I have to do something with these brows. I could go like that, but for me, I just want to put a little something in there. And when I do, I use the Benefit Gimme Brow. I love this stuff. I did a review on it. It's what I wear pretty regularly. If I'm not using the Benefit Brow, which is a gel product, but that takes a little bit more time. This is just really quick and easy. So you can probably see a difference between this eye that I did. It's just very simple. It's not super like overdone. It's not a full-on drawn-on brow. And then this is the one that doesn't have anything, that definitely needs some help. And I love it. I wear shade number 3 in this. All right, so now that I have a little bit of that Gimme Brow through my brows, it's not going to really fill in a lot of like bald spots or anything like that. What it's going to do is just add a little bit of color and sort of even everything out. And then I like to just hit it with some clear brow gel really quickly, just because my brow hairs are a little bit longer, especially this tail end, so I like to keep them in place. And I use the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel, and then I take, again, my spoolie and kind of comb through that where it doesn't look too crazy. I love that brow gel because it keeps it in place, but you don't have like these like stiff brows where you sprayed like extra mega hold hairspray on them. It actually stays in place, but they're not like crispy or hard or anything. All right, so that is the entire routine that I have when I literally don't want to put on a lot of product. This is what I do when I'm not filming, when I'm going out to run errands, if I'm just going to kind of hang out and I just want to look a little bit more put together, or if I had friends or family coming to visit and I didn't want to take too much time in the morning to get myself ready. I just want to look presentable. This is exactly what I would do. A little bit of something on my face. I have also done this with my foundation, my liquid foundation, which is the Clinique Even Better. I have a routine on this as well, how I apply this when I'm going to use this as my main foundation, just kind of focusing more of it in the areas where I need to cover some imperfections. So I'll link that tutorial here if you wanted to see this in action. But this is a very good liquid foundation that I reach for. But honestly, these minerals have been my go-to pretty much on a daily basis. There is days where I don't wear anything at all, just to give my skin a break from wearing makeup or having things on. That's why I seeked out the minerals, because they're just a little bit better for the skin. And because I have problematic skin, I want to just keep my skin in a good, healthy place and prevent breakouts and keep my skin very even. So that's been my primary focus since the beginning of the year, was just really focusing on my skin, pulling back on all the layers of makeup, and just being comfortable in my own skin, like what this looks like in real life. And you can still see imperfections, you can still see some little discolorations, but it's just very even and it's just more, a little bit more polished. It's like my skin, but a step up. Thank you for spending your day with me. Thank you for watching and for being here and supporting my channel, supporting me. If you are a subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing. If you're new, I hope that you will click that subscribe button and become part of my YouTube family. And if you are a new subscriber, welcome to the family. It's so great to have you. If you'd like to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat, it's always listed down below, and I will talk to y'all very soon. Bye-bye.